This is newspapers.com. It's a subscription website that allows us to access all kinds of newspapers, including the Bristol Banner. If you don't want to subscribe to newspapers.com, you can always go to the Elkhart Public Library, and they have a computer down there that is able to access newspapers.com for free. The Bristol Banner was published in Bristol from 1877 to 1982 by the Mosier family. The years 1877 through 1919 have been indexed and scanned by newspapers.com, but the years 1920 through 1982 haven't been, so those aren't going to be available online using this service. The power of this platform is that what is on here is indexed, and so you can use all kinds of search terms if you want to, dates and names and places, to look for articles in the newspaper from the 1877 through 1919 scans. So let's take a look at what we have. If we click on Papers, we can select a location. In our case, we want Indiana for sure, and within Indiana, we want to type in Bristol. And we have to scroll down a little bit here because there's a lot of Bristols. We'll take Bristol, Indiana. And you can see on the left that we have exactly one paper, which is the Bristol Banner. Let's click on that. And now we have access to 11,423 pages from 1877 through 1919 is what it tells us. We can type in a search term if we want to. So just for fun, let's type in the name Mosier, M-O-S-I-E-R, and search for that. We can see on the left that there are quite a few articles with the name Mosier in it. Here's one from November 3rd, 1882, another one from September 29th, 1882, and one from June 21st, 1889. Let's click on this one because it says we have 12 matches on this particular page. So this is just page 3 from that edition. Everything that's highlighted in yellow is the word Mosier. That's our search term that we typed in. Only had just the one word, but you can type in more. If we start in the upper left of the newspaper, we have one article here. This is our first one. It says, Captain C.F. Mosier and wife returned last evening from Highland Park, Illinois. Okay, let's save that article. We can either save it or we can print it. I'm not going to print it right now. Let's just save it. So we'll click on the word clip up here in the menu, and we'll take this highlighted area and position it over the text that we want to save. Well, you can see it's lined up pretty well right here already. And for a title over here on the right, let's type in Mentions of Mosier. I'm not a very good typer, so I'm sorry about that. And then we can save this. Now we have, you can see that it's highlighted right here. And if we click on print or download, we can print it if we want to, right to our printer. We can save it as a PDF, which is a nice file format for sending to your friends so they can read it across multiple devices. It's not a complicated format. Or we can save it as a JPEG file, a JPG. It's a graphic file, the kind of files that we use in our Bristol Heritage Society presentations. You can see in the upper right, on my version of Windows anyway, I can save it as, and when I click on that, it will say Mentions of Mosier, which is what I put in my description, and I can pick out a spot on my hard drive to save that. But let's just cancel out of this right now. Besides just clipping one article out of a newspaper, we can browse around if we want to. Here's the article that we clipped on the left, and we can just follow the yellow marked names. Here are our search terms. Or we can click in the upper left here where it says one of 12 matches. we can click on the arrow and it'll take us to the next match. Click on it again, it takes us to another match. Click on it again, it takes us to another match. So these are all matches on this particular page of this particular issue. So it's really pretty interesting, and once in a while you'll run across a newspaper page that has a black mark in the middle of it. And what on earth could that be? Well, the original page that newspapers.com scanned was damaged and part of the paper was missing. So when part of the paper is missing, part of the paper is missing. We can't do much about that, so they worked around it as best they could. But this is newspapers.com, and I think it's a great and powerful tool for us to search for articles in the Bristol Banner.